many times problems will be found in a house, folks, and I'm bringing you all in behind the scenes, but this is what this show's about, is education for all of our listeners. Problems will be found. So let's say Brad finds, let's just say, an estimate of $2,000 worth of problems. That's any inspector will write up what they find. Now, the seller may not want to do those repairs, so he will offer the buyer money in lieu of those repairs. So offer the, say it's $2,000, but he can't do that legally. Chuck, you
Yeah.
want to bring it up?
Yeah, you can't just give money from a seller to a buyer. That's income that drives the lenders nuts. They just won't allow it. All the fine print, and we always get the whole, oh, well, what if I just hand them a check afterwards? Well, all the fine print that the buyer's signing in that 120 page loan docs are saying things like all the numbers are correct. There's nothing going above or below the table other than what's on a settlement statement. So that can even in certain cases be a felony. You just
loan fraud is what you're saying, right?
Yeah,
Loan
fraud.
Right.
You just can't do it. You have to have a bill to pay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got a bill to pay, well, great. You can go ahead. We can pay that all day long on a settlement statement. You can, have money to change the purchase price of the property. But I always get to see it at the last minute. Oh, hey, we've got all this other stuff. Can't we just give them yada, yada, yada? It's like, no, you can't do that. This is something you have to handle way up front.
So what we do as realtors, and it has been allowed as loan officers and closing attorneys, is we offer our seller to pay $2,000. In this case, $2,000 is the number we're using. $2,000 of the buyer's closing costs and prepaids.
But that has to be done way ahead of time.
Way ahead of time, right?
Right, because
in lieu of repairs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So two sets of documents are prepared. One that says seller paying buyers $2,000 in lieu of repairs, closing costs in lieu of repairs. That doesn't go to the lender. What goes to the lender is a second document that says seller to pay buyer $2,000 closing costs. So it's gray. I would tell you it's gray, but the mortgage companies all will understand and go with it. And tell you what, folks, it works. Will the government ever put their nose into it and mess around with it? Maybe. But this is the way it works right now. I thought you'd like to know.
Yeah. WHAS Sunday mornings, they might.
If they listen, you never know.
Yes, I was going to say, I might prefer to see that the buyers just waive repairs as opposed to 2,000 in lieu of, because then you've got a document outside of the lender's knowledge. And since I represent the lender at a closing, that can get a little fuzzy.
One more quick bet here, and we'll move on. I'm going to bet the next closing you do where it says $2,000 towards closing costs, then the addendum came in about the time the inspection was done or negotiated. I'm going to bet that that's in lieu of repairs.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be able to say anything because as you just indicated, you don't give me that paperwork.
We don't. That's right. Exactly. It's one of these things that's accepted. We do it as realtors, and it's one of the little things that helps to get the deal done, and we move on. If you want to see what our buyers and sellers are saying about us, you can go to LouisvilleZillow.com or LouisvilleGoogle.com. Those are written reviews, and we're proud of them.